of mushroom coffee. So it's morning and I need a little bit of a boost. I have this great lion's mane coffee from Top Shelf Grind. I believe, yeah, it's got lion's mane in it. It's, I think, powdered lion's mane. I'm also going to put in some reishi immunity formula from Limelight Herbals because I'm a little sniffly today. I've got some cordyceps extract from Mushroom Revival. This stuff's supposed to be good for energy. And I'll put a little extra lion's mane in here from North Spore. So I have both the powdered stuff in the coffee as well as this extract. And I'm going to use this new mushroom plant-based milk that I got called Shroom Junkie. I believe that this is pretty good stuff. I had it in something earlier. It's based on pea protein, but then it's fermented with shiitake. So it's better than your normal plant milk. Anyhow, I'm going to go ahead and put all this together, make myself a cup of coffee. Could I put more mushroom stuff in this? Yeah, but I think this is pretty close to the ultimate mushroom coffee since everything in here has to do with mushrooms. Let me see how to get this thing open. I'm also going to go ahead and make a breakfast burrito with porcini and some leftover carnitas and a little bit of rice. Maybe I have some birria too, so maybe put a little bit of that in. Should be good. But nice 2 big scoops of this coffee from Top Shelf Grind. So you can check them out if you're interested. I think they told me that if you hit them up on Instagram and tell them I sent you, that they'll send you a sample of their mushroom coffee. So hit up Top Shelf Grind on Instagram, tell them that Fasting by Fungi sent you, and maybe you'll get some free coffee. Okay, so I've got my grinds down. I've got my water just boiled. I'm going to pour over just a bit here, try to get it all hydrated. I like my coffee pretty strong, so I'm not going to put a lot of water in there. I'm going to use more of the mushroom milk here. Oh, I forgot. I have even one more thing to make this extra mushroomy. I've got candy cap syrup. That's what I'm going to put in here. That was my secret ace in the hole to make this really special. So we'll put 2 squirts of lion's mane in here. Put a squirt of cordyceps. Oh, one more. A little jab of that. And some of this reishi immunity formula. I'm definitely a little verklempt today. So a little extra mushroomy boost here is going to be good for me. I'm going to put some of this plant milk in. It looks pretty good. Looks like milk. Looks nice and kind of thick and all that good stuff. So I'm going to grab my candy cap syrup out of the fridge. So I made this. I took probably 2 cups of sugar, 1 cup of white, 1 cup of brown, probably about 4, 5, 6 dried candy caps, put them into the sugar solution, let it all kind of like boil and dissolve, and then I put in probably like a piece of mace, maybe a clove, and like a chunk of cardamom. So it's a slightly chai spice flavor, but it's mostly just maple sweetness, because that's what the candy cap mushroom, Lactarius rubus, brings to the table. So, oh man, it's like spice and maple. It smells awesome. Put a little dose of that in there, and I'm gonna microwave this in my fun little cat mushroom mug, so that it doesn't cool down my coffee. And I'll have a pretty damn good cup of mushroom coffee here. So everything that went into this is mushroomy. From the coffee to the extracts to the milk to the sweetener, they're all mushroom based. So here you go. Here's your ultimate mushroom coffee. Okay, so I'm gonna get working here on my scramble omelet breakfast burrito thing. So I got a couple of eggs. I'm gonna just crack them into here. These are really nice eggs. I got from sort of a roadside stand in Petaluma. When I was out going mushroom hunting, I saw this place that was like, we sell fresh eggs, and I was like, ooh, I can get some fresh eggs. So I love getting eggs from actual people, not just at the grocery store. Makes me feel pretty good because you're actually supporting people, you're supporting small farms. So I'm putting a little dash of porcini powder in here, and this gives my eggs a lot of extra umami. savoriness, yumminess, you know. You can get porcini powder online, pretty easy to buy. Or you can go out and forage your own porcini and then just blitz them down. So I'm going to use just a tiny bit of mushroom milk here too. Cool that this mushroom milk stuff is out. I heard about this ages ago, and I was just really excited that it's actually on the market. Mushrooms detoxify the forest and keep our ecosystems healthy. We use the same mushroom power to make a super rich, creamy, nutritionally packed plant milk. Shroom junkie. Yeah, so it's cool to see this stuff out on the market. I remember hearing about it in development and concept, and it's great to actually see it kind of come to fruition. So I love different food and mushroom technology things. It's been really cool to see that all kind of develop, in front of my eyes. So it's exciting to hear about something and then actually see a product and then get to try it. It really kind of completes the whole arc, Okay, so I'm gonna let that push that down. Just give it 1 second. My knife. So there we go. I got some onion I'm gonna cook down here just quickly. So I have some porcini mushrooms, and I'm gonna cook those down with this onion quickly, and throw some leftover carnitas and rice on it. Maybe some hot sauce. Throw the eggs in, and that'll be my breakfast on a tortilla. So, okay, let's get this mushroom coffee. I'm gonna give it like a minute more just to finish steeping. I usually like to let my my French press steep for about, let's say, 4 minutes or so. I don't really know. I don't measure it. Just sometimes it's too long and sometimes it's too short. So I try to hit somewhere right in the middle, Okay. Okay, let's go. Let's make our coffee. Like I said, I like my coffee pretty strong. You could definitely brew yours weaker. But, yeah. Here's my ultimate cup of mushroom coffee. Oh, that's good. It's got some sweetness from the candy cap syrup. It's also got a little sweetness from that mushroom plant milk. It's got a really nice, round, warm mouthfeel, and it's not bitter or harsh like some coffee would be. I think the mushroom milk did a good job of kind of rounding it all out. The coffee here from Top Shelf Grind is pretty darn good. I've got lion's mane in this. I've got lion's mane extract here. I've got my Reishi immunity formula in there. I've got some cordyceps for a little extra energy and boost. I've got this Shroom Junkie milk, and I've got my homemade candy cap syrup. So all that together made the ultimate cup of mushroom coffee. I'm just going to be sort of slowly drinking this in the background as I go ahead and show you guys how I make this. I make these eggs. Well, I guess not just eggs, it's just my breakfast burrito filling. But you'll get to see some mushrooms get cooked. So, coming down. Oops, my bad. Okay. I do not like my little thing that I use to put my phone on. Okay. Throw some of these in. Just get that onion moving. So we'll get some avocado oil. We'll splooch that on. And I've got some porcini. So these are delicious porcini mushrooms that I cooked down. I believe that the majority of these are queen boletes. So porcini can be queen boletes or king boletes. In this case, they are the queen boletes. So I'm going to put a nice A serving of those in here. Big, delicious, meaty mushrooms. So those onions will cook down a little bit. I don't want to put too much in because I'm just going to be trying to stuff this all into the burrito. And, sometimes less is more. So I have some leftover cheese on the board here. I'm going to cut that up and stick that in my burrito. Might get some more shredded cheese out of the fridge, but at least I've got these like some fancy cheddar and some other things. There's a cheese shop nearby, and they sell little like odds and ends of cheese, so you can get like a nice piece of cheese for only like $1 to $3, because they're just a really tiny piece, but it allows you to taste a lot of different kinds of cheeses, which I like, because sometimes if you buy like a $15 piece of cheese and you don't actually like it, well, that's on you. But it's nice to try out some different ones. So, okay, let me see if I can just zoom in a little bit more so you can see better. There we go. Just hit this with a bit more salt. Let's see, I could put Mexican oregano, I could put garlic powder, I could put all sorts of things in this. I do wish I had better salsa around, or just any salsa, period. I have like hot sauces, but not salsa. That's okay. So I think what I may do is I have some leftover birria, this beautiful goat stew, and I'm going to put some birria in to flavor it all, because the birria stock and stuff is really, really good. Onions are smelling great. I'm going to drop in my carnitas and let that fry up too. So that's got some great fat in it, and it'll get nice and crispy. Do that. Yum. So this is very attuned with my nutritional philosophy of eating everything. I'm gonna have some meat and cheese in this. It's not gonna be vegan or vegetarian, but it's not much meat, and it's not much cheese. It's mostly onions and mostly mushrooms and a tortilla. You can put a little rice in here too. And I think that's a really good way to eat. There's not enough resources on this planet for everyone to be like a pure carnivore. And it's also not feasible to ask everyone to go vegan, because people like meat, and some people really need meat for the protein. There's a lot of people that a vegan diet, just even a vegetarian diet, can be very challenging economically to maintain, health-wise to maintain. And as much as I support and absolutely love veganism and eating more sustainably, I think one of the things to recognize is sometimes being vegan doesn't outright make you more sustainable, especially if you're getting a lot of your food from far away. A lot of vegan stuff ends up being highly processed food that comes from, like quinoa is an issue. There's a lot of socioeconomic issues around quinoa, and I know you just got to think really carefully about like where your food is coming from, and sometimes like maybe the elk that your uncle shot is actually a more sustainable form of food for where you live than ordering 10 pounds of quinoa from Peru or something like that. I'm not talking shit on quinoa. It's just like one thing I can think of specifically that I know there's issues sort of surrounding that. But I've seen Alexis Nicole talk about it before, and she does a really, really good job of kind of like stating this, because she's vegan, and like I love that she's vegan and she's teaching people how to eat vegan and be more sustainable. But she's very much made the point too of just like, hey, sometimes the best thing to do, the most sustainable thing to do, is just eat locally, and it doesn't matter if you're eating meat or cheese, but if it's a local thing, it will have a lower carbon footprint overall. So I just put a little bit of that birria stew in here and get some of that beautiful juice going on. All that delicious flavor. So we have some goat, we have some queen boletes, and oh man, I'm so excited about this. It's really good. Oh, sounds like I got a piece of bone in there. I don't want that. Yeah, the birria comes filled with lots of little bones in it, which I don't mind when I'm eating it, because you can kind of like catch them as you're eating it. But I don't want a bone to catch me while I am eating this as a burrito. That would be unpleasant. I guess I can't find it, so maybe I'll just have to be really careful. I feel like I can still hear a thing in there. It sounds a little bit like a sounds a little bit like a bone. Oh. So this is almost going to become like a fried rice by the time I put this rice in it. There's definitely going to be more that I can fit in one burrito. So maybe I'll have two. I'll just save the rest for breakfast tomorrow. So onions, mushrooms, a little bit of good taco meats. Might finish this off with a good amount of like green onion or something too. Bring a lot of freshness. You could put cilantro in this. You could put cotija. You can get some sliced radishes. I might get some escabeche, the like pickled carrots kind of thing out of my fridge. That's all good stuff. So I'm gonna just like really jack the heat up here and hard stir fry this for a minute or two. And then I'm gonna add my eggs. And pretty much after I add my eggs, I'm gonna cut the heat because there'll be enough residual heat in the pan, the ingredients to probably cook everything through. I'm just kind of going through here, see if I can find that piece of bone. I don't think I'm going to, so I'm just going to have to be careful as I eat. Okay, here's my eggs with the mushroom milk. And I'm going ahead and just scramble these in. Could I do them separately and they'd be fluffier? Absolutely. Do I care right now? No, I'm hungry. I'm just going to eat this. You know, it'll be great. I'm going to throw all my little bits of cheese in here too. Fancy cheeses. Okay. So, it might not look like much, but that's okay. It's going inside of a burrito. And it's going to be delicious inside of my burrito. So I'm going to cut the heat there. Let it carry through for just a minute. I think I'll take one more tiny little dash of salt. Again, I could go a lot crazier with the seasonings, but I'm a little sniffly this morning, so we'll keep it plain. Keep it simple. You know, keep it simple, stupid. That's a good way of approaching life. Okay, so pull back here just a little bit, and I'll show you how this comes together. So, whoop, there you go. Oh, I need to take it back. I'm going to microwave my tortilla for just like 30 seconds. Make it a little more pliable. So, I do really like this mushroom coffee. I'm quite fond of not just the mug, but the actual coffee here with all the different kinds of mushroom stuff in it. I'm not usually a huge proponent of all the different kind of mushroom supplements and like adaptogenic mushroom stuff that's out there, but it's really cool to have like a plant-based mushroom milk. Because I don't love plant-based milks, but this one's pretty damn good. Or like just mushroom coffee, so you can just start your day with some mushrooms. I like having these little supplement things that I can throw in if I'm feeling a little sick or something else. I can kind of like add that to my diet. And usually what I say is like, don't bother taking supplements, just eat mushrooms. But you know, I'm eating mushrooms and I'm taking mushrooms, so hopefully I can kick this little cold I'm dealing with and feel better much sooner with the power and the help of mushrooms. And you know, not only are they helpful from potentially like the health standpoint, well, gosh darn it, they're delicious. So yeah, there's my mushroom stir fry packed into burrito here, and you know, I'm about to go just eat some breakfast. So anyhow, it's been fun hanging out with you guys. Hey, it's Gordon. If you'd like to learn more from me, please check out my website, fastingbyfungi.com. I have a Patreon if you'd like to support me. I also have cool merch on my website if you'd like to get something. I am on every possible social media platform that I can think of, from Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Pinterest, Twitter, etc. All those links are on my my link page, and I have a podcast. It's here on YouTube. It's also on Spotify, Callin, Apple, Google, etc. Give it a listen. Yeah, I appreciate you guys. Thanks for hanging out, and your feedback is much appreciated. So be well. Bye.